I work with procurement for the Portsmouth Redevelopment and Housing Authority. We are here today for the pre-construction meeting for IFB 2024-02, demolition of 5315 High Street. And we have several people here today, and I want to make sure everyone knows this meeting will be recorded. And so we will send out a link to the meeting as part of the first addendum that we send out. So it will be available for you to have after this meeting. I always like to start these meetings by getting to know who's all in the room. So we're going to do introductions. We'll start with the PRHA staff that's here, and our architect that put the plans together. So you have all the people here in this meeting that can answer any questions you have about this particular project. So we'll start with LaShann.
Good morning, everyone. LaShann Pittman, Director of Development and Capital Funds Management.
Lynette.
Good morning. I'm Lynette Blow. I'm the Modernization/Procurement Assistant for the Housing Authority.
Scott.
Good morning. I'm Scott Campbell, Principal at Via Design Architects.
Okay, so we have started with these are the PRHA staff and our architect that's here. I'm going to ask you all to introduce yourself, and as I mentioned before, please unmute yourself when you're asked to introduce yourself, as well as if you have any questions. Other than that, please keep your phone muted so that we will cut back on the feedback. The first name I see is Brandon. Brandon, could you introduce yourself and let us know your company?
Yeah, this is Brandon Dolphinmeyer, Project Manager for Demolition Services.
Okay, we have Kyle.
Kyle Hissler, East Coast Demo.
Okay, Terry Dawson.
Hi, it's actually Stephanie Dawson, Administrative Assistant for Glotty Renovations.
Okay, Stephanie. And I have a couple of people on the phone. So I'm just going to call the first few digits of your phone number because there's no names. There's someone whose phone is 540-424.
Yeah, this is Chris Alonis of Demolition Services.
Okay, Chris. Next we have 757-633.
This is Corey Smith with CM London Construction Services.
Okay, Corey. And next, and finally we have 951-764.
It's Steve Anish with Bryant's Grading.
Hey, welcome everyone. I want to thank you all for coming today and your interest in doing business with the Portsmouth Redevelopment Housing Authority and learning about this project we have going on. So first thing I like to talk about is the fact that this is actually a job where Davis-Bacon wages will be required. So if you're not familiar with Davis-Bacon wages, we will actually ask you to have look at those, pay careful attention to those wage determinations that's included in the package so that you will include that in your bid package. Just make sure you do that. I also want to let you know that we are also have to abide by the Section 3 requirements of HUD. So if you have any new hires or individuals that's actually currently working with your company that will qualify as a Section 3 person, which is basically a about the income of the individuals that you are paying that work for you, or if you're going to use some subs, any of your subs, please look at the Section 3 guidelines that's included in the bid package and complete the documentation to let us know whether or not you will be a Section 3 company or if you have Section 3 employees, so that we will know, because we have to maintain an accurate count of that information till we have to report to HUD. So, and with this being a Davis-Bacon job, that means that certified payrolls are required. So if there are any certified, so if you are receive this contract, please make sure you have someone that's capable of completing the paperwork, the certified payroll, and make sure that all of your employees as well as any of your subcontractors know that we will get certified. We will require certified payrolls, and we will be doing interviews on site for your employees that's on the job. So we ask that everyone is aware of what will be required from this job from the very beginning. So I'm going to turn this over to Scott so he can go through the bid package, the specs and the plans for this particular job, and then I'll give you an opportunity to ask any questions that you may have. Go ahead, Scott.
Sure. Thanks, Dolores. I'll go ahead and share can I share my screen?
Oh, sure. Let me, if you can't, let me make sure, let me see if I can make you a presenter. You can? All right, great.
I cannot. I can't.
You cannot?
Yeah.
Okay, let me make you a presenter.
There we go.
Okay, all right.
All right. Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you make it a little bigger?
Yeah, I'll zoom into the site plan here.
Okay, that's good.
So we prepared the demo bid package for this property. So it's on 5315 High Street. It's actually technically 4 parcels. Technically it's 4 separate parcels, but right now it was sold as one and contains 1 house and 1 garage structure, as well as a swimming pool. So this is for the demolition of all of those components, the house, infill of the pool, removal of some slabs that are on site, and removal of the garage. We've included an aerial and as well as a property survey. So here you can see the house, it's about 3,600 square feet, maybe closer to 4,000 if you add up everything. 2-story colonial with a pool in the back, and then a garage that does hit in the CVPA buffer. As part of that, due to that garage being in that buffer, we did have to submit for a water quality assessment that has already been done and approved. But what comes with that is once you demo stuff that's in that buffer, you have to restore vegetation. So that is part of this contract, is to plant back components required by the city zoning in those areas dedicated. So you'll see a landscape plan later on in the set that indicates those requirements. So here you can kind of see the components of the site. We are taking everything out to prepare it for new development. We included pictures of the structures, but I believe there's going to be a site visit allowed this afternoon, so you can go see firsthand. I do encourage you to attend and check out the site. This road here, Honeysuckle Drive, is not a traditionally sized road. It is very narrow, so access will be needs to be maintained and clear along those roads. There is one little driveway that comes off of the corner of High Street at the stoplight. There's another very narrow concrete driveway that comes across a large ditch on High Street. And then there is also kind of a turn off of Honeysuckle Drive that you can get to the property that way. It will be important to maintain a clear Honeysuckle Drive during the demolition. Other components to the bid package is there are, we did hazardous materials testing as part of this. There is some positive lead tests and things like that. That report has been included, and will need to be disposed of appropriately. This is a picture of the garage that is in that buffer, fully removed. And then we have already submitted for review all of the required permits. So we did a zoning permit and a water quality impact assessment. So you should be able to, after completion of the erosion and sediment control plan, you should be able to pull the permit for demolition. That's the summary. I'm happy to answer any questions about the kind of scope of demo.
Thank you, Scott. We appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Any questions for Scott? You may have to unmute yourself if you have a question. Okay. Wow, Scott, you did such a great job. There's no question there. Everyone understands.
Must be clear.
It's pretty awesome. So as Scott mentioned, we will have a site visit today at 1:30 at 5315 High Street. So if you're interested in actually touring the site, please meet there at 1:30 this afternoon. PRHA staff will be there to walk you through the site so that you can put your eyes on everything that Scott has so adequately described for us this morning, and it put in the plans. So if there are no further questions, I will thank you all for attending, and we'll see you all at 1:30 for the site visit. If you do have any questions that you think of after this meeting is over, because I know it happens all the time, please provide them to me in writing. You can send it to the email addresses that are included in the bid package. All questions have to be put in writing, and we will include them as part of an addendum that will go out. So the sooner we receive your questions, the sooner we can put out our first addendum. So please let us know if you have any questions or concern in regards to this bid package. PRHA staff, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
I'm pretty good on my end.
Okay. Scott, anything else you'd like to add?
Nope, I'm good. I'm happy to answer questions as they come in. If anybody has any after, let me know.
Thank you. Vendors, if any of you have any questions before we end this session? All right. Hearing none, I'm going to give you back a few minutes of your morning, and hopefully we'll see you all at 1:30 this afternoon. Thank you much for attending this pre-bid meeting and your interest in doing business with PRHA. Thank you all, and goodbye.
Thanks.
Hey, DA, can you stay on for a second?
I sure can.